Flux.
Hey guys, it's Flux here. Welcome back to Platinum Ridge. And first things first, let's appreciate this absolutely amazing skate park. I just placed it earlier off camera, and I just realized like how amazing of a view this is, and how like amazingly perfect this worked out with like this cool little like tree hidden kind of mountain thing. But then you got this crazy view of the OmegaCo city and the futuristic, modern society over here. Let's see, what else did I change? I did do things offline, or off camera at least, to kind of just get things moving a bit. I did change this around because we had a lack of garbage dump power. We didn't have enough garbage dumps, I guess, or incinerators, whatever you want to call them. Atomizers, I guess is what they're called, these new ones from the expansion pack. But basically I have 2 running now, which means I have 6 total atomizers. I couldn't fit 8, but that's alright. It's just good enough for now. So that's maximizing our garbage atomizing, so that's good. Let's see, besides that, I changed a few things in this actual cityscape side on this side by the university, and wow, this is getting pretty laggy. I have to admit, I think it's all the different agents and the cars going back and forth, but the great thing is I haven't done like any real like transit in this city. So I mean, I have like a bus depot here, but I don't have really a whole lot of bus stops, or I haven't even touched the maglevs yet for the city. So once we get that going, this city is really going to take off in terms of people getting jobs and less traffic, which already is pretty much handled really well. Like you'll see, there'll be times whenever these just inevitably get red because they're waiting for traffic lights to turn different color, regardless of how much traffic's actually there. But in general, the way these all work out, they really, really do route the traffic very well. It may seem a bit hectic here, especially. I know it's kind of odd, just the amount of roads I have all together here, but believe it or not, they do all serve a purpose, and because what I was trying to achieve here was just so dense, it actually worked out pretty well. So you'll just see, I got the main road here going off towards our trade empire, or our electronics empire, which I have to, by the way, keep going with. I don't have any trade stuff yet, so I need to get that going so we can get this thing up and running. But aside from that, I also have roads going in this direction and roads going to this big mega tower, and I didn't want to make them all connect to, just the same spots and cause chaos. Plus, I need to have braking points for our different intersection, or big interchange here, have them all go in different directions. And I need to have stuff on this side with access to both sides of the street without having to cross it through intersections. So all of these different roads, as complicated as they seem, all basically just are really basic different directions and whatnot that really do help and serve a purpose. So that's what we have so far. I think our next step was going to be putting a trade thing in here and managing that, because right now this whole like processors plant setup is really not doing anything yet. I think they're all shut down actually because they're not getting any imported. Yeah, nothing being imported yet. So that's the next step. I also need to get the maglevs down. I might do the maglevs first. Let's actually just do this part now, because I want to make sure that we have the trade and everything, like the space allocated properly. Our population has been fluctuating around about 180,000. I don't know if it's going to increase past that. It probably will once I wealth this area up when we get all these maxed out buildings, but until then, I really don't know yet if we're going to get that max level or max density. Hopefully so. These are going to grow up all the way as well. But we do have our maximum amount of mega towers, unfortunately. Did we actually connect this one? I think we did. Yeah, we did. But we don't have really any more space to increase density, so we may not break 200k, which isn't a big deal. Like I said before, I'm planning on doing a new city. It's going to be just like total crazy population and money making, so that should be nice. But here's the city during rush hour. You can see there'll be times whenever, especially this road here and this road, are going to get a bit crazy. Actually, you can just see this lag. Everything's kind of like slowly, it's just my whole game is slows down when there's all these agents on the road. And I'm like downscaling, like I usually play in 1440p, but I'm playing in 1080p instead because, well, obviously I'm recording in 1080p, so there's no point in putting it in 1440p. But I mean, I took off anti-aliasing, and I turned all the settings down to high instead of ultra. And typically, I mean, when I'm not recording, it's okay. But man, this game, I mean, this is why they don't have big city or bigger city sizes, because this is what would would basically break the game. But you can see that we do get some traffic flow, especially coming out of this mega tower and right here, but nothing game breaking quite yet. This stuff all is okay. I mean, it's rush hour. It happens for a couple hours, and then it all kind of dies down again. This is typically just what happens on a regular day. But it's not enough to make Sims late for their jobs. Like, this is pretty much typical rush hour traffic in a 200,000 population city, all taking one road. But once we add the mag libs in, everything else, it should be better. So that's the hope. But until then, let's go ahead and put down our trade depots. I don't think we can fit anything back in these areas. I haven't really tried, but I'm pretty sure they won't fit. So we'll probably use this last little space here for trade depots and stuff like that. I think our population will be just fine as it is. I do like how this whole thing looks, though, and all these cars are going across all the different bridges. It definitely looks really interesting. Seeing all of them just go to their different locations all at once. It's very crazy, very cool. That's one thing I kind of didn't really appreciate fully in this game at first, is just how intricate and detailed this whole thing is. Like, in terms of like the agents everywhere, it's really fun just to kind of watch all the agents go to different locations. I don't know. Something you don't really see in many games is just watching the traffic flow. It's definitely a new concept in this game that you don't really see in previous city simulators. I mean, there's always been traffic, but they never really fully showed how it flows. So very cool. And I hope to someday see a new SimCity game. I mean, I don't really know if I'm going to come up with another one, but it would be cool to see a new one that was maybe better optimized. I don't know if optimization is really the best term, but take some features out we don't really need and try to make it work in a fact that we could actually have, giant cities with all this stuff. Because I could just imagine, I was looking at the regional view earlier, and if you had everything in it, it would just be, I mean, if we had the full region available for building, it would just be insane. It would be so cool, and I mean, I love it, but of course it's difficult to make that work with our current situation and the current generation of gaming and computers and graphics cards aren't really at the speed yet with what we can do, but it'd be cool to see someday. Okay, so we need to have, let's see, computer storage lot, processor storage lot, alloy storage lot. We need plastics too, I think. Alloy, plastics. I think we need metal as well. No, alloy, plastics and processors, I guess, are the only things we're going to be using here. So here's alloy, plastic, processors, and computers. So let's go ahead and get the plastics in here. There we go. So we are now set with that. I believe we can put a little loading dock too, can't we? Let's take a look. So first of all, we just need to make sure we have everything imported we need. I believe we do. Computer, alloy, plastic, processor. Okay. So now we could add a cargo ship dock. Can we make this thing work? We can. It'll be blocking some real estate, though. I wonder if this is worth it. Let's see what it actually does. New delivery every 180. We definitely want the quick imports, though. So as much as I like having housing here, I think we're going to sacrifice it for a dock. Sorry, people. That's alright, though. I think it's definitely going to be worth our while. And, let's see, what else can we add to this besides that? Train station is a possibility if we can get this thing to, I wonder if I can make this railway station somehow get back and over here, because that would be cool. Must plop on snap point. I don't think it's enough room to fit one in here along this road. Let's just try something, though. These aren't entirely, like, necessary to me. Like, I'm okay with disposing of those if we need to, for the sake of a better system for our trade. This is going to be really big. I mean, we're already making a good amount of money here, but with these electronics that we're investing in, we should be making a ton of money by the end of this, so hopefully that's the case. Let's try this. Let's see if this will fit. I don't think it's going to fit, but it's worth a shot. Oh, wow. It does fit just about perfectly, actually. So let's go ahead and go back a bit farther first, just to make sure that we don't waste any space. Because leaving these after you place them, or place that little trade thing, is a bit wonky. It's kind of hard to get it to work just the way you want it. So I'm not going to waste space on that. I think that's about right there. Then we'll put this thing on top. I'm surprised it actually fit, but I'm actually really happy because having these extra. Oh, I saw it just fit in there, didn't it? No, maybe not. Having these extra little ways of getting more supplies will be great. It's basically the profitability is almost entirely on how much we can produce in a certain amount of time. So you might as well just totally max it out and make it ready to go. Always have new stuff coming in. Alright, so here is our railway system. That's good. You can put VTOL pads alongside this, I guess. I wish I could put it somewhere that wouldn't block stuff, but I could probably pull it out this way. We got enough room here. I think I'm going to do that. Like this. This should go back a bit in this direction. It should give us enough room to build all of these. In fact, I might just delete all of these and build them again. That way we don't waste all this space. Well, that just kind of screws us over right there. Okay, so let's see if this fits. I'm really hoping these VTOL pads fit in here. There we go. They do. Awesome. So 1, 2. We can also add some. That's not going to go here. 1. Definitely need to max these out for the efficiency we're looking for here. Really can't go too far off the main thing though, which is kind of a bummer. Don't know why these don't work. So too close to the main route. Can we zone anything here? It's just gonna be, yeah, it's kind of just wasted space. May as well do some sort of like little road break off for more parking garages for these things. If they fit, that is. And they do. I'm gonna make it a bit closer. I'm gonna make it a bit, or I'm not gonna make it high density as well. They'll need the right of way. I'm really learning the power of these low density roads by placing them down. I don't know if you guys know this, but low density to high density will always make stoplights, which instead of making a whole, it'll make a stop sign and not a stoplight, which will prevent you from making a whole intersection. You'll see here, instead of having a big stoplight and like forcing this traffic to wait, these guys get the right of way, and these guys can just come in whenever they have an opening. So if you don't need anything coming out of here too often, and you don't want to block the traffic flow, it's a great alternative. But obviously, it's not always a good idea, especially in places like over here, when I need traffic to be able to merge in here easily, and if they're not going to get, I tried making this a low density to not prevent this traffic from flowing through, but then these guys would just get stuck here forever waiting to get a little spot to get in, so it's kind of the best alternative there. Okay, we're 7. Oh, can I not fit it in here? Oh, I just can't. 10, 11. Okay, let's just go ahead and change that then. Make it a bit farther away. Let's try something like, too far. That should be good. And delete that. Kind of looks weird. Make it more flat. No, don't make weird looking roads, please. That's straight enough. Okay, so now we need what? Oh, what am I doing? These things. They fit in just perfectly. 10, 11, 12. We'll do a little sign here for good measure, because why not? And we have more room for more, I might do a freight trade spot here. I don't think anything else is necessary, so I think I'm going to go with that. And we'll just do freight for our industry friends over here. Can we fit anything in here? We can fit a low density, it looks like. If we're lucky anyway. It's kind of a small spot. But it would be nice if it did fit. Let's just see what happens. Going farther here, we can't. Okay. Let's try and fit one and see what happens. I feel like nothing's going to grow, but you never know. Also, here might work. Again, never know. We'll see what happens. If not, look at this. We're in just past rush hour again. Definitely more hectic here than over here. But I think once again when we get the transit in, it should work better. So that's good. Still a little bit crazy on this side. Definitely gets harder when you get to 180 plus and you're in such a small plot, you know? Especially with this big mountain spot here, kind of chunk taken out of. You gotta have all your roads on the same spot, and it makes it harder to get the traffic just right. I think this was a good call to connect this one again, just to kind of ease the traffic coming out of here, because originally all the stuff had to go to this turn lane, and that made it really crazy. But you can see, usually there'll be red light, or there'll be red spots, but it'll just be a minute while these lights turn and they get out of there again, so it's not that bad yet. I think these aren't growing though, so we're gonna we need to wealth up these now as our next step once we get this stuff all managed. So we're gonna have, let's see, alloy imported, plastics imported, computers exported, and processors, I think we're just going to click on use locally so they can store them here if they need to. So we're going to, let's see, deliveries are on. These are going to start up in just a minute. Processors to alloy, these should go from here to here just fine. And I think because we can, I'm just going to put some parks here because they look kind of nice, the urban parks do. They kind of match the these plaza ones do anyway. They match this color. I wish they would fit. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping they would fit anyway. Typically, you'd think that would fit, but that's alright. Let's see, anywhere we could put these? Maybe this. No? Wow, these seem like these would fit here. So just gonna make a junk pile. That's nice, I guess. Not really. Either way, we need to get these things wealthed up a bit because they're kind of still in the low wealth range. Gonna put some parks down on this side of this big mega tower. I seriously love this big main park. It's awesome. This giant, large urban garden. I wish these guys, have these guys maxed out and ready? Oh, they're not yet. Once these guys max out, looks like this guy's waiting on this guy, then it should even these three out and make 2 here. And then these are just, I don't know what's up with this. I hate when this happens. It makes these filler spots. The game generates them because originally when the game first came out, I don't think they had these and it just looked very bare. But I think they actually prevent buildings from growing. I don't think they're supposed to, but it seems like they do. Especially in places like this where you'd expect them to not do that. I actually don't know why I put the simple walkways here. Unless I was trying to get 2 of them on either side, which still makes no sense. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. I know I need to have the wealth up here though, so let's see what the wealth map looks like. I mean, without it, it's still fine. I've got so much wealth from all these different parks and mega towers, so I'm gonna leave that as is and rezone that. Just trying to really dense up this this whole area. I wanted the density to be really high. I might just delete these 3 buildings. If the zoning is, yeah, the zoning's right. I'm just gonna delete these and they should regrow properly. Let's see what happens. I know it seems kind of crazy just to delete them, but when they grow back, they'll grow back denser. Sometimes they just need a little deleting first, which is kind of weird. They're supposed to just grow back perfectly as is, but they don't always do that. These guys made regular homes, interestingly enough. What I had to do over here on this side is that it kept growing 2 and then a bunch of wasted space, so I had to keep deleting them until I actually literally had this one zoned, put a road here, and then it grew, deleted the road, did the same thing here with the road here, then it grew, and then did the last one. Because any other way, it would just grow 2 and waste space. I don't know why it did that. You can see here they're doing it right now. It looks like it's gonna, well, I don't know if that's another tricky thing. We might have to try and do some manual growth here. Let's see. You can see some more wasted space on this side. But I believe if I delete this and then I'll show you what I mean in a minute here. If we get just a road's length off of here, which is about here, I think, is this spot. Oh, it's too close to an existing intersection. Doesn't really matter where I connect it from, though. See if it'll grow it here. Don't know if it's enough space or not. Let's see. Looks like it barely is. I'm going to give it a bit more space, though. So please grow here. That would be nice. Game. I don't know. It should be. They shouldn't be growing so spaced out. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it though. If anything, I'll play with it offline. I'm not recording, and we'll see if I can fix it. But anyway, so these guys should be going now. Let's see if our plants are doing anything yet. Producing computers, producing processors, and producing processors. So it looks like we're actually about balanced, and we're getting plenty of everything. So if we end up overproducing on processors, we can either sell them or hope that they get sold to our OmegaCo companies back in this direction. Looks like there's not enough places to ship freight. Sorry about that. We'll see what happens though. That one's fine. Wow, our budget went way down. What happened? Oh right, we're buying alloy and other goods. Is that it? I don't think so. Our mega towers are losing a bit of money. Is that it? I think that's what's going on. Oh, I also deleted some of these buildings. That could be it. Although they're growing back now. Wishes wouldn't do that. Okay. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. I don't know why they're not growing back properly, but we need to put the parks down so we can wealth this place up. Going for high wealth. We'll put them in places where they're not going to grow big buildings anyway. So places like here. Could put some. That's not going to fit. That's not going to fit. This might fit. It will, but you got to put it in some weird place. Oh, didn't want to do that. My bad. Look at this weird building. With all its weird OmegaCo control. What are these even? Oh, they're supposed to be like drone garages or something. That's kind of cool. Not quite mega tower. Certain future condos. Look at these weird garages that they all come and land in. Okay, so let's just go with some smaller parks, because honestly I don't think there's much of a point in trying to use anything. So I was going to put one here because it'll fit. If we go there and be able to do some editing to make some smaller ones fit. Maybe not. I guess not. Okay, that's fine. Look at that, it like spawned floating and it didn't change the... What the... Can I delete this and make it work? Happened something. Wow, I'm losing money now. What's up? Huh. Looks like OmegaCo. I'll look at this in a minute because we're kind of getting deep in the episode. I wanted to get some more things done, so let's just ignore that for now. I'll get it fixed a little bit later on. I have some time to look over it and everything. Is that floating? It is. I think it'll fix with a relog. I'll just log back in again later and it should be fixed. Alright, so next we'll do the maglev, so we can do that now. I could probably fit one of these in here. No, I don't think I can. I bet this would fit here. If we deleted this road first. I think I'm going to try and do that. Will I delete this? Ah, totally will. Anything I delete over here is going to delete a processor plant, so I'm not going to deal with that. We'll just let it be. Station closed. Power plants? What the... We're getting power deficits? Yikes. Must be our other city, Gloomsville. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm gonna have to go over there then and handle that. I think I'm gonna call it here then, because I would do the maglevs, but we actually might have some power issues if we do that. So, let's just do a few more things first before we're done. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bus stops down, like I was saying. Bus stops. Here we go. The bus stops down, do some little other things we needed to do earlier anyway, just because we missed a few little things. Let's see there. Get the school bus stops in, and then possibly put down a high school. I was thinking high school would be a good idea, because I don't really have one right now. I have a college or university, but not a high school. Okay, that's done. We'll do the school bus stops and next, just for educational purposes and happiness. don't think I have any school bus stops down right now. Now that I think about it. I got like no students enrolled at all. This is entirely up here, but I might as well just put some down for the mega towers. I don't think this actually does anything, because they're all getting their education through the mega tower schools, but who knows, that might work. They might want that. Other than that, I think we're good on the bus stops. So I'll do the maglevs next episode, because I need to get this power fixed. I don't really feel like loading up Gloomsville in this episode. I'm sure you guys don't feel like watching me load it up, so it takes a little while. But I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to go ahead and fix this power issue, and I'm also going to go ahead and delete all of the mega towers in this city and this city over here, Somerset, and replace them so that they get the fixed mega towers from the new update, and then they'll produce enough money or whatever. They won't be the bugged old versions of them, and hopefully that will be okay. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably put a second, with that extra money, I can probably fund a second reactor in this, or actually a single reactor. I don't think I even put down the big one. So I'll put that one down in this off camera. That way we'll have enough power for all the cities, and we'll have the profitable mega towers in all the cities. So that's the plan. I think, other than that though, this next episode we'll be doing the maglevs all along this city. Let's see. I think this is running smoothly now. We should be making a lot of money off of this, even though it doesn't reflect it in this. We're selling computers. Looks like that's a good thing. We're making back at least the money we're paying for our alloy plastic and everything else. So that's good. I'll try and find the source of this sudden loss in profit. I don't think it takes into account the money I'm using to purchase alloy plastic and everything else, so it must be something else. I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, see, this is 150 to 142, so there must be something in here that's just not up to par. I think it's the mega towers, but I'm not sure. You know what? I bet these mega towers are shutting down because they're not getting enough power, because I just saw that a minute ago that they were... Oh, now they're okay. This one's a bit low, but I think some people are not getting the full power that they need. I don't know what it is. We'll figure it out next episode, though. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.